Good evening, everybody. Today is December 23rd, 2024. It is a Monday. Today I'm eating McDonald's, so if you want to eat with me, go ahead. Today, we are just gonna go over the day. I didn't make a morning video log this morning. We had Roman, and there was just a lot to get done. Like, we were just doing stuff. Oh, what did I do this morning? So first thing in the morning, I got up and then Roman was like, "Hey, can I change my pants for no particular reason?" And so he peed himself the night before, and I was just like, "Really? No particular reason?" But he only peed like that much, so it was literally just like, "Dude, yeah, just take your pants off. I'll go wash all these clothes tonight." And so I go and I wash all his clothes, and I was like, "Is any on the blanket?" And he was like, "No, it's fine." Wow, that is loud. I'll just put that down. If I can. There we go. So I was like, "Yeah, well, I'll wash them all." So I go put those in the laundry, come back upstairs, and he was like, "Can I play on your computer?" So I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure." So I like played with him on the computer for a little, and he was like, "Can I watch TV?" So I was like, "Okay, so let's go watch TV." And then he was like, "Can I draw?" And I was like, "That's like the obviously, bro. Like, of course you can draw." So we talked about Sprunkies or whatever, and we were just just hanging out. Really, it was pretty nice. What did I do? I feel like I'm sorry, I just got off work, so I'm like, what did I do? Monday. Yeah, I talked to Sherry today. I'm still trying to get into the Google Drive for my independent insurance company, and they like have a whole bunch of resources on there. And he was like, "It's really, really good. I recommend exploring it." I was like, "I don't have that yet," so we're trying to get the lady to share it with me, but she hasn't responded yet. Which, realistically, no big deal. I'm not really like super, super worried about it. They'll get to it when they get to it, and there's no harm, no foul, really. God, they always make these Big Macs so wacky. When I understand they were packed, dude. Like that line was like out to the road. So I was like, we saw it, and I was like, "Oh, you want to ask Corey if he wants Taco Bell?" And Anna was like, "No, cause I want McDonald's." And I was like, "I'm gonna go inside." And so I went inside. It was literally done in like, I shit you not, 5 minutes. Like, I went, filled up the Cokes, brought them outside to the car where Anna was, and then I walked back in, and they were just like, "Here's your order," and I was like, "Oh, for real?" Like, you just have a line because you have a line, not because it's super busy and you guys are way backed up. Like, there's just a line because you can't fit that many cars in the thing. I gotta have his napkins here. Oh yeah, showing off the sweaty pits tonight. Yeah, but it was really good. So, and then I was like, okay, Roman still needs to shower. We like had a fudge pop or whatever, and it was like, yeah, Roman needs to shower. So he showered. I think like today was probably my last time that I'll ever like. Sorry, I thought my hands smelled like feet. That I'll ever like shower with Roman, and it's kind of weird to think like you really do just do things with your kids for the last time. Like like one day you pick up your child and put him down and you never pick him back up. Like one day you hop in the shower and then you never shower together again. And I was just making sure he was clean and all this stuff. Uh, he's getting his circumcision here coming up, and I'm like, dude, really excited for it because, oh, I won't get too much into his health, but he needs it like pretty badly. So it's gonna be really good for him. And yeah, it was nice. It was kind of a fun shower. He's so like he reminds me so much of myself when I was younger. Even though he's like my stepchild, I remember being in the shower and being like, "Dad," like I'm showering with my dad and being like, "Dad, I can't let the water hit my eyes. It hurts." And he's like, "Literally, just close your eyes." And I'm like telling Roman the same thing. I'm literally just like, "Dude, just close your eyes really tight and let the water hit it. Like not even like really really tight. Just close them and let the water hit it. Like it doesn't hurt or anything." I was like, "I got boogies in my eyes." Well, there we go. But yeah, I was literally just like, Roman, just close your eyes. And he's sitting there like, and he's like, "I got soap on my eyes." And I'm like, dude, I remember being that kid. Like, I remember that. And it's so, like, endearing to me. I remember being there like it was yesterday, dude. I feel like it was yesterday. And yeah, so we got out of the shower and I dried off and I like shaved my armpits and stuff because, dude, sometimes armpit hair is crazy. Shaved my face, trimmed up the beard, thank God. And then Anna had gone over to Daniel's ex-wife's house, so in-laws ex, so ex-in-laws for Anna. And her daughter, Daniel's daughter, was having her the third. I want to say third or fourth birthday party. I think it was fourth. Yeah, I think it was fourth. And so I was like, ah, man, I'm not gonna be able to make it. Like, I want to stay and watch Roman. We can't have him showing off like too many new germs because of his upcoming surgery. And it was all like, oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense. So she goes over there and hangs out for a little, then comes back and picks me up for work. I like got I think a smite match in that time. And then Roman was just hanging out. She told him he could watch TV after the shower. So we put him back in his clothes to go back to his mom's, and then she brought us all to Canton, and they hung out in the Canton booth while I was like doing my beginning of work. And they hung out there for a while. Gabe and Toby weren't able to get there till like 5:15, 5:30. And work was actually crazy today. Not like crazy busy or anything. Like it was kind of like busy. But there were five of us on. It was me, Carter. It was Carter's last day at Canton. Carter's like one of our really good friends. So it was his last day at Canton. Circa and Kaz, both the new girls. And then Cece, so that's our boss's wife, who's also like an owner of the restaurant. And so she kind of holds like a lot of power, like a lot of sway in things. And she used to be like the head waitress, like she'd make the schedule for everybody and like be the person who like gives orders, like you do this, you do that, you do this. So it was like I was so excited to work with her, dude. Like I love working with Cece, and I was literally like telling, I like shot a text to the group chat. I was like, "Hey guys, just wanted to warn you. Like, I can literally like pull it up. Uh, this is the text I sent. I literally said, "Hey, I'll just want to let you guys know. Yasmin said there's a good chance we're working with Cece tonight. We were. She's Edward's wife, the boss, and she's also a part owner of the restaurant. Just keep in mind that she is our boss as well. If she asks you to do something you don't usually do, like just do it, and then just be a little more mindful to stay off your phones tonight unless there's like actually nothing to do." And then I was like, Cirque and Kaz, you should be fine to ask her questions just as you'd ask me and Alexia. Like she's good with totals and things like that. And I was like, I recommend bringing a book in case the shift is extra boring. And then it's also our last day before the break, so closing side work will be a lot different. I'll explain that and give directions at the end of the shift, and which I did. So it was a pretty like boring shift, honestly. It was just like towards the end, like 6:37, we got like it was like there was table six, and it landed on Caslin, I think, in the back. No, it was CC in the back. So there was like a table of seven they got in the back, and it was CC's, and then there was a table of six, and it was Circa's. And so Circa served that table of six, and then there was a table of six in the back, and I ended up getting them. And then everyone outside got another table, and then a table of seven. Or no, 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 no. It was so after me was Carter, so Carter got a table, and then next up was Caslin. And so there was another table of seven, and I was like, Caslin. Oh, no, it was nine. It was nine. That's what it was. So I was like, do you want a table of nine? And she was like, no. I was like, okay, cool. Like, I don't like to force big tables on new people. Like, it is kind of like throwing you off into the deep end, but I don't really dig that. And so I was like, Circa, do you want it? I was like, you don't have a lot of tables right now. If you want to do it, and she was like, no. And so I was like, okay, you deal with your six, you're fine. So I took both the tables like pretty much simultaneously. And so the whole back room is full. There's Circus table, Cece's table, and both mine. And we only had the four tables. But my table of nine was actually supposed to be like a table of like 15. Like it could fit 15 because there was like another table at the end. So a table of seven came in like right after that. And Cece was like, Kyle, I need your help. These people want this table. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like we'll just move this over. Be kind of a tight squeeze, but it'll work. This will fit seven. And she was like, are you sure? Are you sure? I was like, Cece, we got it. It's cool. Just let it be. And so the people she was actually serving that last table of seven, they have tipped me $100 like a couple times in the past year. So I was like, ooh, Cece, ooh, very good, very good, very happy for you. And I was like, she kept all her tips. And I was like, I don't expect her to split it with us or anything. Like, I understand the value of like working your butt off and taking your tips home and like feeling good about yourself. Like, dude, made $100. Like, I feel good. I ended up making $70 tonight, so it wasn't like super bad. There was a couple 20s, but it was pretty boring, all things considered. And Cece was just taking the phone a lot, and she was asking questions. Like when she had last worked as a waitress, there was a register that had a key. Like you had to key the register open and find their total on the calculator. And now we have like an electronic one where you just punch in their total, punch in what they gave you, and it opens and tells you what their change is. And then we have a new card reader where you don't just punch in the total and run the card. You have to like punch in the total. It'll ask if they're trying to tip. You hit other, and then skip through it. You have to do your server number, and then you put in the amount, and then you put in the card, and then it'll ask like, oh, credit or debit, and you have to hit debit, and then it'll be like pin, and you'll be like skip, and then it'll be like customer number, tax, and it'll be like skip, skip, and you have to like go through all these steps and hoops and stuff. But yeah, I don't like eating on camera. Honestly, it's kind of I like yapping. But yeah, it was a really really solid shift. And so closing side work came up, and we're all like, it's totally different because we're gonna be closed for the next week. And so I'm like, literally, don't do that, don't do that. I'll give directions on this. Do that, do that, do that. Don't do that, don't do that. Do this. And so we all get to side work, and I'm like, okay, Casson, you're gonna take the soy sauce one. So you have to get all the soy sauce bottles, empty them all, clean all the lids, rinse them all out, put them all in soap water, and let them soak for a week. And then I was like, okay, awesome. And then you have to do the same thing with the sugars. Like you have to empty all the sugars back into the bucket, put them all up under the thing. You don't have to worry about the salt and peppers. You have to wrap as much silverware as we have, and then put it under the thing, and then cover the cups with towels. So it's like a process, right? And then in the back, you're like, okay, we have to flip all the chairs because out front it's all booths, out back it's all chairs. So I was like, flip all the chairs, I'll sweep them up, everything. I was like, Cece, don't worry about sweeping your table. And so they Carter, Cece, and not Carter, Cece, Carter, Circa, and Kaz were all scheduled to get off at 9. So Circa and Kaz leave at 9. Carter stays till like 9:30 because he's a real one. It's his last day. And so Cece's like still hanging around, just doing odd things, doing whatever things Edward needs to do. And then I was just like, dude, Cece, I'm really glad you worked tonight. Like it is so cool to hang out with you and like see you. And she was like, yeah, I don't think we've ever worked together, but I hear good things about you from Edward. And I was just like, thanks. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you. But I didn't want to be weird, so I was like, of course you do. But no, it was really nice, dude. It was really, really, really nice to just hang out with them. Like, I know we were working the whole time and we didn't have a chance to like talk about kids or life or money or whatever adults talk about. But it was nice to just sit there and just work with her. It was really, really cool. I hope she works more in the future. It was really fun. But yeah, and then Corey called me at like 7 and was like, what do I gotta do for some McDonald's? He was like, when does Anna get off? And I was like, Anna doesn't even work tonight, bro. She's at home right now. And he was like, oh shit. And he was like, okay, I'll call her, see if she can get some on the way home. So that's why we have McDonald's now. Corey's a real one for that. Dude, this McDonald's was like weirdly cheap. Like two Big Mac meals, two McChickens, and two McDoubles, under $30. And they gave us an extra McChicken. And I was just like, dude, this is the coolest day ever, bro. And I swear, working like the shift before one of these breaks, it feels like Christmas. Or it feels like the day before summer vacation back in school. Same feeling of like elation, like you're just excited, dude, and energy's high. Everyone's in the Christmas spirit. You're just happy to be here. So nice, so nice. And yeah, I think that was pretty much the day. I don't even have like a daily thought or anything. I was like go 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 from moment one. Gosh, just happy to be here. I'm really excited to work independent insurance these next couple days and just like really get in on it. I'm really, really excited for it. I love it. I actually really enjoy like the sales process. I'm really, really excited to do some like social media marketing and see how that works. And then I actually get to go to the trainings because I don't have to friggin' work. I'm so hype about it. So hype. So I'll be able to attend my one. There's one. I learned there's one required training per month, or they'll terminate your contract unless you obviously have like other obligations. So I'll get my one for the month in. No, I'm so excited, dude. So excited. I love it. Yeah, I think these next couple video logs are gonna be like way different. Like I'm gonna have way different goals, way different plans, way different like accomplishments and failures. I'm so excited to share it with you guys. I'm so excited. Yeah, cleaning out the walk-in today at work. And because like I bring food to work, so I had like pot roast in there, and then I had like a baked potato in there, and like mixed my toppings for the baked potato. So I pull it out and put it in a plastic bag, and my boss looks by, he goes, you bring your whole kitchen. I was like, dude, don't embarrass me right now. Don't say that in front of the dishwasher. Freaking Milo, I love Milo. Milo's so cool. And he was like, do we need to hang out again? Like, what are you doing Wednesday? Wednesday's Christmas. He was like, what are you doing Wednesday? And I was like, no, we don't really have plans. He was like, you want to go to Keystone for their Wednesday pizza special? Are they open? And he was like, oh, my bad, my bad. But for real, we should hang out though. I was like, dude, okay, cool. Like, I'm in. Right? But no, it was a really solid shift and just showing, like, I was like, Milo, you're going to do all the dishes, bro. And he like typically the dishwasher will like sort the silverware, so they wash all the silverware, steam it, dry it, and then they have to sort it into like these little things and bring them out and like dump them in the thing. What Milo does, because I don't mind helping out, because he gets a little behind sometimes. He'll bring out just the thing and I'll sort through the silverware, and so he's walking out with the thing, and I like caught him in the kitchen. I'm so glad I did, because I like stopped him. I was like, hey bro, like Cece's here today. You're gonna have to sort that. Like I don't want you to look bad in front of her. And he was like, okay bro, for sure, for sure. And I was like, I just appreciate that he's willing to do it. Like he's not unwilling to do his full job when it's requested. I really like that about him, because there are some people who they get so complacent in the easy part of the job that when they're asked to do the full, like arguably hard part, like the full job, they're like, oh man, I shouldn't have to. And it's just nice, like it's a very respectful, mature thing that he does, and I'm not even sure he realizes like how grand of a thing, like how much that really means. And so I really appreciate that about Milo. I think that's all for today. Daily thought, dude. The day before summer vacation really puts your serotonin on blast. Like you're really just we're happy to be alive, y'all. And I'm happy to be sharing this journey with you guys. So I hope you have a wonderful December 23rd, 2024. Good evening.